Hi guys, this is Tina here from Under 3 Acres, and today I'm going to show you how I make gluten-free sandwich bread, 2 different ways. So first I'm going to crack my eggs. This is originally a recipe that we got, oh my goodness, probably back in 2009, and we've altered it a few times to make it fit our taste as people got older and we needed to make it bigger. I think the original recipe called for 4 eggs. Now it has 5. But we've been making this bread for probably, I think, close to 10 years, if not, no, more. Probably close to 12, yeah. So I'm gonna make 2 breads here. So the first one I'm going to make, okay, well, I guess the first one here is gonna be a cinnamon raisin, and this one's just gonna be plain. My husband and I were talking about all the different ways we've used this bread, and it started to sound like bubba gum, because we've used it as French toast, we've used it as grilled cheese, just regular toast, we've used it as garlic bread, we've used it, now I can't remember, as croutons, we've used it as stuffing, Thanksgiving, yeah, we've used it for a lot of things. I'm just gonna go wash my hands, come right back. So first you're gonna want to get your eggs all frothy. Now the frothier you get this, the bigger your bread will be. So you can use an electric mixer. There's fuzz there. So I'll show you here. You can see it. Focus, it's nice and frothy. There's lots of big bubbles in here. And I'll do that again on this side. And again, the bigger the eggs, the bigger the bread. We have some egg layers that lay quite small eggs, so we'll add an extra one if we have mostly small eggs. So next I'm going to add in the apple cider vinegar and the honey. Now you can omit the honey if you want to. My daughter does. I don't. It's personal preference. The original recipe I think called for some agave nectar or something. I believe we changed it to honey. Mix that up again. The apple cider vinegar reacts with the baking soda to put some air in it. Okay, so next comes the dry ingredients. So again, it was 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2/3 of a cup of tapioca starch. I think you could use arrowroot starch as well. We use 1/4 cup of flax. Now you can use the brown or the golden. That's totally up to you. And then, like I said, there's 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And in this one, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons, you can see it here, of cinnamon. And this one again, I'm just gonna add plain. So it was 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2/3 cups of tapioca starch, 1/4 cup flax, and then this one I just have the salt and the baking soda. There we go. Now we're just going to mix these up. And of course we've used this bread as sandwich bread. We made lots of different sandwiches. It was great for taking to the park. We've also, the last time I was expecting, we made a bunch of them and we sliced them up and put them in the freezer so we could take them out a couple slices at a time. That was really, really handy. And I think bread is one of the first things that each of the kids have learned how to bake, just because because we eat it every day. Isn't it? You made it first, yeah. I think my oldest kids were about 9 when they started baking bread. So this is not rocket science here. This is a very simple recipe. And if you're wondering what it tastes like, it is heavier than Wonder Bread, that's for sure. It is more like the consistency or the texture of a European bread. We used to live in Germany, so it'd be more like a arrowroot or something along that line. It was a bit of a, more like an artisan bread, a little bit thicker, heavier texture, drier. So you can see, I'll show you the difference here. So this is the plain. It's quite golden in color. The other actually almost looks like applesauce that has cinnamon in it. So now I'm just going to add my raisins. Get these out of the way. And then I'm going to pour this one first. So I've got my glass baking dishes. I think they're 9 by 3. I'm not sure. I've been using them for years. The regular glass. I know some people who make gluten-free bread will use a smaller baking dish so that it looks bigger in pictures at least. But I don't. I just make the regular size. And I just line my baking dishes with a little bit of parchment paper. And then I preheat the oven to 350. And then just bake them for 35 to 40 minutes. And there you go. That's the first one. That as well. You see, my little bread. I don't want to tip it too much, it'll run right out. And then the second one. Just mix in the raisins a little bit. The stuff wants to come off. I'll do the second one. That simple. Now I'm just going to pop these in the oven and I'm going to bake them for 35 minutes and then they'll be ready to eat. But we won't eat them till tomorrow, so they'll be nice. But they're nice to eat fresh. Just I would let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes before you cut into them. Otherwise your bread knife gets all gummy and it's not nice, and yeah, just wait. Make them the night before, eat them for breakfast. It's better that way. And that's how simple it is. Really simple, easy to do, and they taste great. I'd love for you to try them and let me know how you like them. And if you like this video, please leave a comment, some thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.